In today's lesson, we're going to review the verb hacer with expressions of time. So let's begin looking at this sentence. Hace 54 años que vivo en este planeta. So in Spanish, to express the time that has passed from the moment an action began in the past and still continues in the present, we use the verb hacer in the present tense. We express the length of time. We use the conjunction que and then the verb in the present or present progressive. So let's begin with this sentence. I have been studying for 2 hours. So let's begin following the rules. So we have the verb hacer in the present tense, hace. The length of time will be 2 horas. And then the conjunction que and the verb in the present. So in Spanish, we would say, hace 2 horas que estudio. Now, if I want to use the present progressive, then all I have to do is say, hace 2 horas que estoy estudiando. So notice that, again, when we have the verb hacer in the present tense, the length of time, conjunction que, and either the verb in the present or the present progressive, we are indicating the amount of time that has passed from the moment the action began in the past and still continues into the present. So the next meaning is the meaning of ago, which is a meaning that many of you already know. And for that we need the verb hacer, again in the present tense, length of time, conjunction que, but the verb is in the preterite. So let's take a look at the sentence, I studied 2 hours ago. What this means is that the time that has passed from the moment the action ended, it has been 2 hours. So in Spanish, we would say, hace 2 horas que estudié. So make sure you mark the accent at la. Now, in the imperfect, it also has the same meaning of ago. When we have the verb in the imperfect or the past progressive, the same meaning of ago is expressed, which, like I already said, is the time that has passed between the moment the action ended and the time that I'm talking. So again, if I want to say, I was studying for 2 hours, and then I can say, hace, verb hacer in present tense, 2 horas, que, and then estudiaba. So this is the imperfect. I can also say, hace 2 horas que estaba estudiando. And again, estaba estudiando is the past progressive. So now, when we have the verb hacer in the imperfect tense, what we mean here is the time that has passed from the moment an action began in the past and continued to another moment in the past. So, for example, let's take a look at the sentence, I had been studying for 2 hours when, let's say, Brad Pitt called me. So if I were to follow, then the verb hacer has to be in the imperfect, right? Hacía 2 horas que estudiaba cuando Brad Pitt me llamó. Or then estudiaba is the imperfect tense, Now I can also use the past progressive, right? So, hacía 2 horas que estaba estudiando, coma, cuando Brad Pitt me llamó. Again, this is a moment in the past, so what I'm expressing here is that 2 hours passed from the moment my action began till the point when Brad Pitt called me. So, now that we have seen some of the rules, just take a moment, review your notes, and then let's go back to the first sentence. So let's read it again. Hace 54 años que vivo en este planeta. So think for a moment, how would you say this in English? Excelente. If you said, I have been living on this planet for 54 years, you are correct. Now, let's say you want to pose a question. So how would you say, how many years have you lived in this planet? Let's just think for a moment. So, excelente. If you said, ¿hace cuántos años que vive en este planeta? You are correct. So notice that how many, okay, means how many years means hace cuántos años. And then have you lived on this planet? I think it is, anyway. So you need the conjunction que, don't forget. And then the verb in the present plus the rest of the sentence. So in general, if we have the question, for instance, ¿hace cuánto tiempo que estudias español? So, in this question, notice that we have the verb in the present tense. So, in general, if the verb is in the present tense and the question is, ¿hace cuánto tiempo que? Then in English, it means, how long have you done something or for how long? Now, if the verb is in the preterite, for example, if I say, ¿hace cuánto tiempo que estudiaste español? Okay, so the equivalent in English is, how long ago did you study Spanish? Okay, and that's it for today.